Why Dubai? Dubai is one of the most futuristic cities in the world. It's also one of the most technologically advanced cities in the world.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Talknovate. I'm your host Rukewa Onoge, but you can just call me Coach Ruki, and you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Coach Ruki. Ruki spelled R-U-K-I. Well, I'm very excited to speak with you guys today. I'm very excited to speak with everyone today on this new podcast episode. One question I get asked a lot is, why Dubai? For those of you who don't know, I'm currently streaming live from Dubai. People often ask me, Ruki, why Dubai? A little bit about me. I'm a Nigerian. I grew up in Nigeria. I had my second degree in the UK, and I have like relatives across the globe, in the UK, in the US. I have lots of friends and former colleagues in Canada, and I moved into Dubai literally knowing no one here. So many people are curious, like, why Dubai? And my answer to why Dubai is one of the most futuristic cities in the world. It's also one of the most technologically advanced cities in the world. And beyond that, we all admit, like on social media, Dubai is one of the most picture perfect cities. There's that wow factor you get when you step into Dubai. It just feels like a place where dreams come true. My first time here was over 9-10 years ago, or slightly more. I came to the UAE for a 3-day vacation. I was staying in Abu Dhabi, and I remember I spent 48 hours in Abu Dhabi, and on my last day, I told a friend who was studying in the UAE at the time, I said, you know what, I want to visit Dubai. I keep hearing about Dubai. I want to go to Dubai. And I remember coming to Dubai, and my mouth was open. Like, I remember stepping into downtown, and I was like, wow. Dubai has that wow factor. And just looking at everything and being into technology, I remember telling myself, you know what, I want to come back to Dubai. I want to have a quality vacation here. Beyond that, I want to work here. I want to live here. It just felt like every young person's dream to be in a fast-paced environment that just inspires you. All I have to do, like I usually tell my friends, all I have to do is look out my balcony and just feel inspired and just feel like, you know what, everything is possible. And one thing I love about this city is big on excellence. You have most of the buildings here is either the tallest building in the world, the biggest building in the world. It's driven for excellence. We have the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. We have Dubai Mall, which a recent survey showed that in 2024, last year, it was the most visited place on the planet, Dubai Mall. So you have the most visited place on the planet. In this city, you have the biggest mall in the world here. Like everything, every new building, every new innovation is always the biggest, the largest, the best. It's here in Dubai. So it's very inspiring, especially for people in the tech space. Now, beyond just being inspired or being blown away by the picture perfect buildings and touristic places, they're just Instagrammable or TikTokable, which is like the hub for content creators. Beyond all that, it's a place that really supports people, supports entrepreneurship. So we have the Dubai Internet City and Dubai Silicon Oasis, which is a hub for tech entrepreneurs and other people doing innovative things in different fields. We also have Dubai Media City, which is a hub for content creators. And just all over Dubai, there's just so many places, so many teams. It's just inspiring. Anytime I talk about Dubai, it's hard for me to stop talking. And no, I'm not paid to say this. I'm actually saying this based on my experience. My first time in this city, and even being outside of Dubai and just flipping through Instagram and then moving back here, that is what I see. And one thing I love about it with regards to innovation, so recently the Sheikh of Dubai put in lots of investment into artificial intelligence, and there are always like global summits here where you get to meet people at the top of their field. You get to learn more, you get to collaborate with people in this industry. Beyond AI, also look at blockchain, which this city is really pushing right now. And one thing I like about the city, beyond even the technology, beyond the how innovative of the wow factor of the city, like lots of global events happen here, so you get the opportunity to meet people at the top of their game. I remember a few months into me moving into the city, I got the privilege to work at Expo 2020 in Dubai, and I mean, I actually got to see the Prince of England face to face. Like, I literally did. I know some people might be like, okay, but really, it is a big deal for me. I've had the privilege of having interactions with people you only see on TV, and not just these interactions, not just out of like, oh, I'm taking a picture or a selfie with a famous person. No, it's actually getting to learn from them, to learn the blueprint of how they succeeded and figure out how I can succeed myself and also inspire other people that look like me to succeed as well. Dubai is really big on innovation, and beyond innovation, I know this is a technology podcast, but even people just creating amazing content on the digital space. So recently there was this big global summit for content creators, and shortly after that the government is now supporting over 10,000 content creators globally to be able to come to Dubai, live here, and actually get a golden visa. So for those of you who don't know what a golden visa is, a golden visa gives you the opportunity to live in Dubai for about 5 to 10 years, in most cases 10 years. And that is amazing. And one of the advantages about the golden visa is it doesn't have the 6-month clause. So if maybe something comes up, you have a business or you have to study somewhere outside of the UAE, you can actually be there longer than 6 months without losing your golden visa, your Dubai golden visa. So it really is just a beautiful place to live, and there's just so much support for people in my industry, in tech and in content creation. Currently, right now, I'm filming this episode of this podcast from the Festival Plaza Mall, where they have this studio that content creators can come and film for free. So I'm so excited because I get to actualize my dreams, and I'm doing it at little or no cost to me. And that is just one of the examples of how this city inspires, or rather supports, young, innovative people to just come and live out your dreams. Beyond the government support, beyond the wow factor of the city, beyond the technological advancements and everything just being #1 in the world in this city. Even the people you meet here, most of the people I've met here are very ambitious, very driven, very creative. And what really surprised me about this city is the fact that, beyond technology, I'm a creative, right? I'm an entertainer, and I've lived in other places in the world where it's really expensive to bring your creative ideas to life, because then you talk about the talent, you talk of the videographers, the photographers, you talk of the set design, you also talk of, lighting, feeding, logistics, electricity. There's just usually so much that goes into it. But one thing I love about Dubai and all the expats especially the creative and the technology, especially the expats in the creative industry and technology field here, they're so hungry for innovation, to bring their creative ideas to life, that you actually get to partner with top people in the field without even paying much. There are many creative ideas I've been able to bring to life with paying little or nothing, because many people just feel like, you have this, they see your passion, they see how innovative and creative you are, they believe in your dream, and they want to contribute their time and their skill set to just making it happen. So it goes beyond just exchanging your skill sets for money, but there are people that are so passionate to just bring their creative ideas to life that they're out there to support you if you network the right way. One advice I give to people who just move into the city is network. One of the advantages of this place, like I initially said, is that lots of global events happen here. All you need to do, some of them are free, some of them you can win free tickets, some of them give good discounts, and some of them might be pricey, but then if you look at what you stand to gain at the long run, it is a no-brainer to grab on those opportunities. How did I get my job in Expo 2020 in Dubai? First of all, from the airport coming here, I was fortunate to get free tickets as a tourist initially, and then I decided, I think I want to live here, I want to work here, so I processed my Emirates ID and got my rights to work in the city. And then I remember going to Expo occasionally, and then I engaged in a competition, and then I won a free ticket that would last me for the whole of the program. Mind you, Expo was about 6 months program. By the time I moved to Dubai, it was just about 3 months left, and so I had that free ticket. I'd won that free ticket, so I kept on going, and I was networking, talking to people. And I remember coming out of the gym and walking into an office, and I had no idea that was even a manager of a hub. And I said, you know what? I just moved to this city. I'm looking for a job. I would love to work in Expo. It's just a vibrant place with cultures from across the globe and lots of so much creativity and technology and culture, like learning about people's culture. Not everyone is fortunate to have the resources to travel around the world, but one beautiful thing about Expo is that you get to experience different cultures from across the globe, from the hundreds of countries that were represented there. And in just having that conversation, 1 week later I got a phone call and I got a job there, networking. So that's what I tell people. Even some of the creative ideas, some of the ways I've been able to bring some of my creative and innovative ideas to life here has been through networking, whether it is attending global events or even joining social groups online. It really has been helpful for me. So Dubai is that dream place where you meet amazing people, ambitious, creative people, really smart people, really driven people, and diverse people from across the globe. I've lived in Nigeria, I've lived in the UK, and they're both beautiful places. But one thing I love about Dubai is actually the most diverse place I've ever been in. I've met people from countries that I've never even heard of in my life. Okay, so I'm going to tell on myself now, and please don't laugh at me. So recently I was at a networking event for a tech industry, and a niche of tech industry. So I was at that networking event, and I remember I met a professional, a female who was here just for an exhibition, and she told me she was from Albania. Now I always hear about Armenia. That's the first time in my life I've heard about Albania, and I actually Googled it, and I hope to be able to spend some days in summer at Albania this year. Now I know that some of you watching me right now will feel like, really? You've never heard of Albania? Yes, I think I need to, study more or learn more about geography around the world around me. But I'm letting you know that as an example. Like, you tend to meet people here from all over the world. You learn so much. I feel like you live in Dubai, and it actually feels 6 months in Dubai if you're properly networking and going out and really exploring the city, having conversations with people. It would feel like you've traveled across the world, because you meet people from different cultures and you learn so much about their cultures, about their languages, about their food, about the innovation, about how they think, how they feel. So if you want to create a product that you want to be global, you want people to be able to use across the globe, here is a great place for you to even have your test case, because there are people this is a good representation of the whole world. So even if you're that inventor and you want to test out your product, Dubai is the best place for you. So if you have any questions about Dubai and some of the opportunities that are out here, because there's so many for the creative people in the creative industries. There are like grants, especially in Abu Dhabi, for like the filming industry, for content creation, like podcasting. There are places where you can actually film for free, and there's also great support for getting your license to be able to work here officially. We have the Creators HQ, which was just launched recently, and it's a place that can support you as a content creator if you want to get your golden visas. Also, that has like studio spaces if you want to film there. And beyond that, like, Dubai is so picture perfect that even if you don't want to film in a studio, everywhere around you is so beautiful. Like, everywhere around you is the right place to film. And one thing I like about here, some of the arguments I've had with other people, some of my friends who are in Europe, based in Europe, and they love like the the fact that in Europe you get to see lots of historical buildings. It's actually here in Dubai. I just found out recently, over the past 3 months, I've been going out a lot, and I've been exploring the city a lot more than I have in my first few years living here. And I found that there are some places like, okay, there's a place like Al Seef that when you walk into Al Seef, it feels like you're in the historical, it feels like you're in the 1980s, like you're in the Middle East in the 1980s. There's lots of history, like historical buildings and art. So there's just so much to do. There's also a place in Dubai where you walk in there, you feel like you're in Europe, like everything feels like you're in France or you're in the UK, like the buildings, like it just feels very like historic. Like it feels like really there's so much here. You can actually explore so many cultures here in Dubai. You can literally film a movie in Dubai and it would feel like you're in Europe or you're in Africa literally. So it's really beautiful. And beyond even Dubai, there's so many other Emirates here in the UAE that have great support, especially for women. I'm a woman in technology, and I remember when I was studying for an undergrad in computer science at Babcock University in Nigeria, I remember us just being like few females in the class. And I'm also like a very fashionable person. I'm a model professionally as well. And many people, I remember meeting many people in school and they wouldn't believe I'm in technology. They're like, really? Like you should be in communication or something else. But yes, I'm in tech. And I just feel like I'm happy that more women are being encouraged to come into this industry, and there are also Emirates that support women in entrepreneurship and having their own licenses to have their own businesses here. So even beyond Dubai, the UAE at large is just a very supportive ground for innovators. So I encourage you, if you are looking for a change in environment, or maybe you just want to work remotely, maybe you have that amazing tech job wherever you are in the world and you just want to work remotely somewhere by the beach and attend global conferences and just interact with people from across the globe. Dubai is an amazing place for you. Or maybe you are a PhD student or a master's, or you're studying for a master's degree and you're doing your thesis and you want to test out your proof of concept, or like you want to carry out research. Dubai is an amazing place to do that. And I repeat, I'm not being paid to say this. I'm actually saying this out of experience here. And one thing about me, I don't like to gatekeep. I like to share. If I hear about an opportunity, I do like to share it out, because there are people who have been able to share opportunities for me that helped me to advance, to level up in my industry, in my career, in my field. And so, yes, I don't want to gatekeep. I want people to be able to explore and live their best lives. And finally, even if you're not a creative, you're not in the digital space, you're not into technology, it's just a city that inspires you to be better. Because if you're surrounded by the best building in the world, the best this in the world, the best that in the world, the most advanced technology in the world, just everything is just number one here. Like there's no room for number. It's number one. Everything is excellence. This city is built on excellence. It just inspires you as an individual to be the best version of yourself, to just strive harder, to work harder, and to just get to the peak of your career. There's an advert I saw recently, and now this is not me promoting it, even if I'm wearing the brand color today, but there's an advert I saw of a tea seller that really resonates with me, and I feel resonates with this city. And because me as an individual, I'm a very driven and very ambitious person, and this new advert I saw of a tea seller, and it says more, strive for more, and like if you decided to film one episode of your podcast, film two. If you decided to do a master's degree, go for a PhD. If you wanted to settle for a second class degree, strive, work harder to get that first class. Just go for more. And that's something about the city. It just inspires me to go for more. And I hope that, and one of the reasons why I wanted to do this podcast is to create a platform to inspire people to bring their innovative ideas to life, and Dubai is that place for you. And so I just hope that you feel inspired to move here, visit here, and even if you don't want to visit here, just strive for more. Be inspired by this city, and take that lesson into your personal life, and just be the best of be the best of who you are, who God created you to be, and whatever it is he sent you to do in this world, do it excellently. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Talknovate. Don't forget to send an email to talknovate@gmail.com if you want to be a guest on this show. And if you have any inquiries, any comments, any questions, any answers, I'm a DM away. You can DM me on Instagram at Coach Ricky, or send an email to talknovate@gmail.com, or also on Instagram as well. And don't forget to like this podcast, subscribe, share it to all your friends, your loved ones, and see you next time. Thank you.